if there's a morning where like I maybe get to like 10 o'clock in the morning and like my day is like going really, really bad, I'm like, oh, it's because I haven't read my Bible this morning.
Yeah,
When I
that's
wake,
massive.
Yeah, when I wake up in the morning, if I read my Bible as like the first thing that I do, I listen to it on the app, but like I'm reading it as it's going. If I do that, then it just kind of sets you up for the day in a totally different way than if you're just kind of up and busy and all that kind of thing.
So true.
I feel like the lockdown has gave me much more spiritual accountability.
And for me, initially I wasn't coping well because I just knew something was missing, but I didn't know what it was. So I was quite unhappy. I worked through lockdown, so it's not like I wasn't meeting people, but I just knew something was missing. And when I think I spoke to someone and she said, it's missing because you're not actually spending time with the Lord. And then I didn't think about that. Okay, so I basically just started, give myself a few minutes with the Word. And that helped me to cope better. So that's how I coped with it, with the Word and obviously worship. I just started to spend time with the Lord for myself, just pursuing God and pursuing that relationship for myself. And that's what basically helped me cope with the lockdown.
I don't think before lockdown I did read my Bible on my own. I only like got what I got from church and from other people. That was my like whole faith life. So I would say really like in terms of how I coped with not being able to go to physical service, I think first few months, yeah, it was difficult, but overall it was beneficial.
We just moved into that church,
Right.
so we didn't really have a lot of well-established friendships, probably the same as you. So it can be difficult to, you're not having that weekly contact face to face where you're seeing people after service. Hey, how you doing?
That's something that I've really thought about though, because there are a few people, well not a few, there are loads of people who have recently joined our home church, and it's crazy to think, and I really feel for the people who have joined church over lockdown and haven't got to meet people in person.
God has blessed us differently in a very special way. When we meet together, we're able to serve. So you can lead worship, you like gift of prophecy, like we're able to build each other up and encourage each other. So it doesn't have to be church. Like we're saying, lockdown is not just an excuse. This scripture is saying to do it, organize, even if it's two, even if it's just your family, just to talk about, build each other up. Let somebody lead the worship and let somebody just have a church in your home, build each other up, because that's what we need each other. God says you need each other. And so do not neglect that. And so the gathering, the church is not the building, the church is us, right? And so even if it's online meeting together, all of that to build each other, to motivate us. And for me, that's what struck for me, just encouraging one another and just knowing that we need that. It's something we need.